Hello there guys, so the last time in the anime, we saw that the second season of 100 Girlfriend had made its return, and from the start, the girls wanted to make things interesting for Rintaro. But in pursuit of that, they ended up changing their bodies. So Hahari thought a princess kiss to fix things up, and oddly enough, it worked. Then, as the kiss mania ended, Rintaro went to buy something at the cafeteria, but he ran into his seventh soulmate. Her name was Kurumi, and she was in middle school. Kurumi is a foodie. So the next day Rintaro goes to her school to meet with her, but the food she was craving for today was sold out at the cafeteria. So she went out to buy it, but even at the convenience store it was out of stock. So Rintaro surprised her with a handmade sandwich. Kurumi saw the guy had tried his best and got burnt for her sake. So that melts her heart, and finally Kurumi joined the harem, but she wasn't getting along with other girls. So before Ruckus gets big, Rintaro showed a food festival that's about to happen. Kurumi was down for it, but sadly, middle school kids had to bring in their guardian as well. So Hahari took that place for Kurumi, and with it they arrived at competition, and the commentator explained the rules about 5 rounds where team could swap up their members, plus she gave some extra fan service that ticks Karain. And Rintaro was hoping that Kurumi could get along with others through this, and their first round starts with rice eating, but the twist was that competitors could also eat side dish if they want, which was a trick actually, but Kurumi wanted to go solo, and Rintaro stops a fight from breaking out. So Rintaro himself decided to join, and Kurumi was drooling for those side dishes. But the competition was to eat rice, yet Rintaro brought the dish for her, and she eats all of it with guilty conscience, seeing her enjoying it. Every other eater thought she was stupid not to concentrate on rice. Hikari tried to take advantage of it, but Kurumi was enjoying like nothing else mattered. So everyone decides to have the side dish as well, and Rintaro's girls were taking turns in serving him one by one. So it makes the rice even special, because it was nurtured by their love and different types of flavors. So Rintaro was having a blast tasting everyone's love, and the feelings were mutual. 2 gluttony were drowning in happiness, and soon this round ends. Surprisingly, 3rd place was secured by Rintaro family, then 2nd place was secured by Gorilla Gang, and 3rd was the solo entry of the Big Fat Mountain. He was a famous guy named Chanko who gets into many food competitions. Then comes the 2nd round with bubble tea. Well, Rintaro was out for sure on this one, but Kurumi was still going to participate, so for this round Shizuka decided to go on stage. So that marks the start of the round. And 10 minutes later Chanko was doing well, but Kurumi and Gorilla were having it hard, because chewing those taco balls weren't as easy as it looked. It felt like their jaw would fall down. But Shizuka was still fine. Not many have noticed this, but her mouth is small, so she has to chew her food more than normal people, which is why she's used to chewing, and her cuteness was really adorable. So this time Rintaro family bags the 2nd place, and for the 3rd round it was 10 pieces of sushi, so Nano swaps in for this. Kurumi was loving it, but Rintaro reminds her she doesn't have time for savoring the food. Such a buzzkill it was. And Nano was eating her sushi with such ease. But precisely, she was just swallowing it for efficiency. The Gorilla Gang was on edge, and Chanko and Nano took their last piece. But Chanko finished it first, because Nano was about to throw up. The gorillas were catching up, so Nano ran out of the stage to try something different. She stood at the top where commentator was, and it appeared that she was about to take a step forward. But Nano is afraid of heights, so she took advantage of it to swallow that sushi without throwing up. But then she couldn't move, so the boyfriend came in for the rescue. And the 3rd round was spicy mapo tofu, which Karain said she could handle it, but clearly couldn't, whereas Kurumi was fine. Then comes the cake round, but Kurumi was reaching her limits. And Hikari gets the idea and remembers the weight gain could happen from sweets, but backfired on her and her mother as well when she realized her own weight. So Karain told them that the fat could also go to their chests, and the game then resumed, with Rintaro continuing to praise his girls. And then comes the final round. But Rintaro was scrubbing the girls' belly so that they won't vomit everything out. But the time stops for no one, as the last round was about ramen. Chanko was still leading in the game, and Rintaro and his other girls couldn't participate. Kurumi was fine, because she had never expected anything from them. But just after eating a little bit, Gorilla seemed to have had enough. But she was still sticking around thinking of her gang as motivation. So her gang joined in to help her out, that lifts up her spirit as well. And soon, they were sent to hospital. Now it was only Kurumi and Chanko, but Chanko was cheating all along, because from the inside, he was sending all the food to a container. So he thought he would win the prize for sure. But Kurumi was also giving out a tough fight, but after many bowls, she had enough. Chanko saw his win as near, but Kurumi remembers that other girls have ate so much to help her win this tournament. So how could she give up now? It made her cry out, because when they were helping her out, she was instead enjoying the food in every round. So maybe she could have won if she had bailed out on some round. And there the Rintaro family stepped in to help. They have accepted Kurumi with their heart, that she's a friend. So they were in this together with the power of love. Kurumi realized she would have laughed at this if she were the old Kurumi. But now she knows it's not bluff, and they're fighting alongside. But Chanko's then was also full. Yet there was no problem as he changed his body position to eat all of it himself for real this time. And some time later, everyone passed out. And Kurumi and Chanko tried to take the last bite, but Rintaro comes in and tells her to feed it to him. Kurumi did it to win it, and Chanko threw up, because Rintaro couldn't vomit what his lovely girlfriend had fed him. So they won the special gelato, and Kurumi apologized for her rudeness. But no worry, the girls let it go and accepted her with open arms. Then at noon, she thanked Rintaro for everything he did and snatched her first kiss from him. But our episode 2 ends right there, so stay tuned to watch another episode of this anime, and for that subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon to receive the latest updates. Till then, take care.